pray against gang violence. I seen people clicking. They clicking. Glory be to God. That's why I told you that this year is going to be a year that we're going to have to definitely be mindful. Even as God is put covenant relationships together, I see the wicked coming together. Glory be to God. I even see nations. Glory be to God. I see nations, allies. Kotata. I see allies coming together. Glory be to God. Of people that you wouldn't think that nations will come together. I see nations coming together to do wickedness. Glory.
In Russia, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin spoke for more than an hour on Wednesday, hailing their close ties.
The world has undergone unprecedented changes and a pandemic in the last century. Sino-Russian relations have withstood the test of various storms.
Deep historical traditions of friendship and mutual understanding have allowed us to take our relations to the next breakthrough level.
Trade between China and Russia exceeded $115 billion this year, a new high. The leaders pledged to increase cooperation on energy. Beijing already relies on Moscow for much of its minerals, oil, and natural gas. Plans are underway for nuclear power stations. They are also coordinating on efforts to further space exploration and scientific innovation. Chinese analysts say the relationship is now stronger than it's ever been.
The two countries support each other in their core interests. For example, when it comes to China's core interests, those are territorial integrity and sovereignty, development and security.
The meeting comes as both nations face mounting criticism for their policies at home and abroad. Russia for a mass buildup of troops on its border with Ukraine, and China for increasing military activity near Taiwan, a self-ruled island Beijing claims as its own.
Common interests as well as common grievances have brought China and Russia closer together. Both face rising tensions with the US and its allies, as well as accusations of human rights abuses, and both have been actively supporting each other on the international stage.
Officials in Washington have underscored a growing military threat from both Russia and China. Putin and Xi say they'll work more closely when it comes to security. They have conducted several joint exercises this year. Moscow provides Beijing with advanced weaponry, including fighter jets and missile defense systems.
The US is now completely focused on great power competition after they left Afghanistan. So there's a short window of opportunity, I think, that both Moscow and Beijing see before the US military kind of gears up for this great power competition, and they are trying to exploit that.
The leaders are known to share a good personal bond. Several countries have declared diplomatic boycotts of Beijing's 2022 Winter Olympics, but Vladimir Putin has confirmed his attendance. The only major leader.
It's going to be a year that we're going to have to definitely be mindful. Even as God is put covenant relationships together, I see the wicked coming together. Glory be to God. I even see nations. Glory be to God. I see nations, allies. Kotata. I see allies coming together. Glory be to God. Of people that you wouldn't think that nations will come together.
Russia's relations with the West may be strained, but in the East they are flourishing. Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping met for talks in Beijing on Friday, where they pledged support for one another. The pair issued a joint statement calling for NATO to halt its expansion, a further sign of the deepening of the relationship between the two neighbours. The joint statement included harsh criticism of the United States. It said Russia and China opposed further enlargement of US-led NATO and called on the alliance to abandon its ideologized Cold War approaches. A halt to NATO's eastward addition of new member states is a key demand of the Kremlin in its standoff with the West over Ukraine. The Kremlin said the talks were warm and substantive, describing their relationship as an advanced partnership with a special character.